Hello and welcome to Reflections. I am Rom Gayozo, your host. Today, we welcome Aliza Naon and some friends from Small Business Israel, and we will learn a little bit about this effort. So stay tuned. So remember, if you're watching this show via Futures Television, the home of the future in television, or listening to the show via podcast, you too can be part of the conversation. Please join us in our YouTube channel, that is IMCI Magazine, where we continue to chat about the topic of the day. So this show, Reflections, is the online version of IMCI Magazine. It airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday via Futures Television, on Roku TV, and on Apple TV. You can watch us free on any Roku-enabled TV using the Roku stick or the Roku app. And please, don't forget to add us to your list of preferred channels using your Apple TV device. So let me say a few words to give some context to the show today. Folks, Israel is a country at war, and as such, the economy suffers. You see, when we talk about economic activity, we typically measure it using GDP, or gross domestic product. And that is the sum of consumption, investment, government spending, and the balance of trade. In time of war, people feel uncertain about the future, and therefore consumption takes a nosedive. Consumption in Israel, just as it's in the case in the United States, is the largest component of the economy. Well, if people are not going out shopping, if stores and offices are closed, then what is a small business owner to do? You see, mortgages needs to be paid, car payments needs to be made, food needs to be bought, and expenses do not stop. But sadly, people's income took a very big hit. And mind you, Israel, just like the US, was shut down for a very long time during COVID. In other words, small businesses and entrepreneurs, the most vulnerable class in our societies, found themselves once more at risk. So what is one to do? Well, despair not. Today, we will meet three wonderful people. They looked around, saw the need, and the people who needed a boost, and they got together to form a wonderful movement. Small business owners helping each other. And we are here today to hear their story. And kid you not, Israel is open for business and it is ready to deliver. So let's get going. And it is time for me to introduce our guests today. All righty. Aliza Naon from SmartBizOps is a software implementer, an Israeli small business advocate by day, and she's indeed a superwoman. Anne Flore Levy is a digital marketing strategist extraordinaire. She's a mentor at the Magalot program, which is dedicated to empower French-speaking women to overcome the consequences of the corona crisis. She's a teacher at Habet Sefer in Tel Aviv, and her role at Matar Consulting involves coaching, strategy, and boot camps for CEOs and executive teams. Tracy Lipman is the artist behind the most incredible line of fashion accessories, which she calls clever accessories for smart women. When she's not designing and creating new pieces for her collection, she's mentoring other women. Tracy is recognized as one of the strongest voices and an advocate for women entrepreneurs in Israel. Well, folks, without further ado, let's welcome our guests to the show. How are you doing today?
Good.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Good.
Well, welcome to Reflections, and thank you so much for you guys being here with us today. So let's start at the beginning. I would like to ask you, how is the ongoing war affecting you and your business? Should we start with Aliza?
Yes, the war was very, very impactful for the business. From one day to the other, all my current projects got stopped. All my potential clients also were not in business. I really saw a stop in my business for a full month and then startly sewing to start again, but with a shift. It was coming from clients who had clients abroad and not in Israel anymore. So that was a big shift that I still see today. The clients coming to me or businesses who have clients abroad. Businesses who do have clients in Israel, I think, are still very much impacted by the war, even 3 months after the beginning.
How about you, Anne? How did the war change your business?
Yes, it changed actually everything too, because everything was upside down after October 7. And actually, I was just about to start again after maternity leave, and the war arrived, and I didn't work at all, because my Israeli clients were not here anymore, and my international clients were also not available at this time because I took some time off to process what happened. So it took me also 3 to 4 months to start again slowly.
One step at a time, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Tracy?
I think that the war came as a huge shock. It wasn't something that we were prepared for. It wasn't something that we saw coming. So after a long summer, small businesses had these plans. The summer, everything shuts down in Israel. It's very hot. Most people go away, and everyone had these plans after the summer holidays. They were going to implement all the things they'd thought about. You were ready to run, and then suddenly you ran into a brick wall because everything shut down. We didn't know if we'd be able to post anything. We didn't know anything really, and the whole country's in a collective state of shock. Nobody wants to buy anything. Nobody wants to advertise. Nobody wants to look at advertising. It's not even something that you can pivot for, because we just keep hoping it's going to end rather than something we're going to have to learn to live with. So we're in a state of holding. And once things started to open up and we realized that we could send overseas, we realized that our market is overseas. It's not in Israel right now. The people in Israel are not. It's just very difficult to talk about shopping here when people have got families in the army, have got loved ones in the army. We're hearing about the losses. We're hearing about what happened on October the 7th. You can't think about buying a new bag. You can't think about anything. You can't plan. So we had to do a complete shift and move to where our market is, which Aliza picked up on that very fast and got moving on the Small Business Israel website. So I have a huge thanks to her for doing that.
Yes, and I think that is what is impressive about the work you guys do, and it's truly amazing. So instead of crossing your arms or saying there's nothing I can do, you decided to stand up for yourselves, and you put together this wonderful initiative, and you bound together, and here you are. It's Small Business Israel, and yes, it's a country at war, but unfortunately, our bills don't stop. The mortgage payments don't stop. We have to, the car payments don't stop. We have to put food on the table. But how you do that if in a country at war and where consumption, took a very big nosedive? But here enter Small Business Israel, and that's smallbusinessisrael.com. So let's check it out. And Aliza, can you tell us a little bit about SBI, Small Business Israel? What is it?
SmartBizOps is a directory of Israeli businesses who are ready and eager to serve and sell their products and their services to anyone in Israel. But mainly the goal of the website is to provide a platform for people abroad who want to support Israeli businesses and find whatever they need. We do have business to business type of businesses. We have business to customer. We have products, services, really a very large range of services and businesses and products on the platform. So it really is made to make it easy for everyone who has a need to find the provider in Israel for that need.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the website. So folks, it is again smallbusinessisrael.com. So I'm sharing at the screen, and we're currently visiting the website. And maybe if you want to help and you order your falafel from Israel, when it arrives on Yonkers or New York, it's probably not going to be warm, but there are other options. And what I really love about this directory, so literally there are hundreds of people. We're meeting just a few of the people today, but you can find a great variety of goods and services in the entire directory. And here's the complete directory. So you can find, administrative services, you can find artists, you can find web developers, you can find wineries, you can find goods and services galore. So this program, really, this show is an invitation for all of you guys to come in and visit smallbusinessisrael.com and learn a little bit about the effort. So here is the initiative itself. And of course, if you leave your email and you subscribe, you're going to get, firsthand notice of somebody new who's coming in and who's starting to work with Small Business Israel. So please make sure you come in here, leave your email, subscribe to the newsletter. So this is not big business, folks. This is not about the big banks or the large companies. This is small businesses, and basically, correct me if I'm wrong, Aliza. So companies that have 10 or fewer employees, is that right? Yeah. Okay. So
yes,
at
that's
most,
right.
So at most 10 people working in the company. So folks just like you and I, small business owners, entrepreneurs, trying to make a living, and they're inviting you to come in and visit their website and get to know them a little bit better. So let me ask I know you brought two friends here today. So let me start with Anne-Fleur Levy. So how do you feel about SBI, Small Business Israel, in this initiative?
Well, this is amazing, I cannot imagine how Aliza woke up and did this really Israeli things. Like, we have a very popular hashtag in Israel right now. It's no matter what. Because we're at war, we continue no matter what. And she woke up one day and she built this directory outside of the blue. And it's not a lot for her, but it's so much for all the businesses. I'm working with a lot of women entrepreneurs, and everyone lost a lot. Or if they didn't lose, they have a husband, they have kids who are right now in the work front, and they are not able to work. So this is a huge help to support each other. And this is I'm really glad for this initiative today.
Wonderful. How about you, Tracy? How do you feel about SBI and the role it plays for small business owners and entrepreneurs such as yourself?
I think what Aliza has done is amazing, because she picked up very early that our market is overseas. She picked up very early. She picked herself up and picked all of us up with her, because we just sat there and said, what are we going to do? But we didn't have a choice. If we don't work, we don't have a job, we don't have an income, we don't have a way to provide for families and provide for people who need us. It's keeping us going, is keeping the Israeli economy going. If we have money, we can spend money. It's far-reaching. And she put this together for us out of something that we said, I said before, there was no way to pivot, but Aliza did pivot and pivoted to help all of us to put this together, to give us a place for the people who want to support us to find us, which is something very incredible.
She is indeed the superwoman. No jokes, no ifs and buts about it. In today's show, and I hope we'll do this more often, we're going to, meet people, and we're going to do a little bit of a drill. So I'm going to do a little bit of a deep diving, getting to know people and what they do and how we can connect. So, and why don't we start with you? Can you say a few words about Matara Consulting?
Sure. I'm working with a lot of entrepreneurs today, and what I realize, I have today more than 10 years of experience as a digital marketer consulting. And what I realize is most of the people have a lot in their plate and they really don't know how to do marketing. Means they want to address their message to everyone. This is the main pain point today. Each time I'm going to see a client, he's telling me my product or my service is for everyone. I can address everyone. I want to be on every social media today and I can talk about everything because my product is for everyone. This is not true, unfortunately. If you talk to everyone, you talk to no one, and it's too spread. So what I'm doing with them, it's to help them to create the great funnel from their message to the client. I'm not telling them to be on Instagram to shine. I'm telling them to be in Instagram because their clients are there and it's the right channel to do and the right message to have there. So together, we create the right strategy for the right business, for the right person. This is mostly my job, and I really, really like it. Today, I'm working with clients, both in Israel and both internationally. And I train them to social network, and I create for them the right strategy. And today, what's very, very important, it's to be authentic. So what I'm doing is to explain them how to develop and grow their professional brand, particularly on LinkedIn. So today, a big part of my business is to coach CEO and executive on LinkedIn and to help them to write and to create the good content strategy to get clients. And it works. It works very well.
So let's take a look at the website. So folks, that is matara-consulting.com, and the links will be in the description of this video. You can, of course, book a free call with Flora here. She is here online, and she's a digital strategist. She has a lot of experience, with very large companies, both in Israel and abroad. And she's a team player. She's there to make sure she can help you develop the best digital marketing strategy for your products and services. And of course, I have to ask you this because we're live on LinkedIn as well. You are a LinkedIn expert coach. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the most important thing on LinkedIn is to be authentic. You need to show yourself. So most of the CEO I'm working with wants to talk about business, right business, and to try to sell on LinkedIn. We erase this completely, and they start. I teach them to start to show who they are, and because people start to like the person, they will start to be interested to the message and then to the product or the service they are selling. That's how it works basically. And I'm helping them to write the perfect post so they can get a lot of view, which will lead to engagement, to likes, and which would lead to clients eventually. So we have a great conversion tunnel together, and I create a custom boot camp in 6 weeks. I take a CEO from 0 to 100, and together we explode the scores on LinkedIn. I can tell you.
Wonderful. So, and you're really passionate about what you do. So how do you decide to go into digital marketing strategy?
Actually, I'm working in digital since the end of my studies. I have 15 years of experience and I always work in digital. So I started with blogs. I started with a lot of a previous social network, like, I don't know, I don't even remember, MySpace or stuff like this.
We date ourselves sometimes.
But after 10 years at Google or in very big company, I choose to work with small company and with especially a woman entrepreneur because I want to have a direct impact. And when I work with a small business and we work together, we draft a strategy together, I see directly the business growing and I see the impact almost in real time. And that's what I really, really like about my job today is we draft something completely custom for the business to see immediately the result and to see how it works. So this is pretty amazing for me.
Wonderful. And you really are dedicated to helping others. And now you're part of SBI, Small Business Israel Initiative. So, in your opinion, what's the role of the SBI and why did you get involved? So many people out there just, feel desperate and they are paralyzed, but you were not. You got involved and they decided to take action. So, what motivated you?
I think it it's really Israeli. All of us, we cannot just stop. It's not possible. We need to stand, and we need to. It's also a part of the war effort to continue to work and to support the economy. It's a big part of it. Today, I'm in front of you, and I'm not in the war front. I'm not a fighter, but I can support the economy. So by working and by continue to create money for the country, it's also my war effort. So this is also super important. This is one point. The second point, it's really the solidarity between all of us. We're all small businesses, and it's super important to be together, not only in the wartime, all the time, but today it's very hard. So we need to be together, and this website is really a part of it for me.
Well, I guess I would disagree. I think you are a fighter. Some people fight because they take up arms. Other people fight because they keep the economy going. They keep people's foods on the table. They keep employment going. So I think you do fight, and you fight for the good cause.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You certainly have a lot to share, and I hope you do come back another time to share more of your thoughts. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's turn to Tracy. Tracy, thank you so much for being here today. Let's start with your work. Tell us a little bit about clever accessories for smart women and designing and what it means to you.
Designing is my passion. I always start with the same question. How can we carry what we want and find it when we need it? So each product that I create starts with the same thought. How can we carry it? But not just carry it, how can we find it? Because that's the pocket aprons that I make for teachers and vendors, and I sell patterns to make your own as well. Like when I'm selling at a craft fair, I keep losing my pen, I keep losing my calculator, I keep losing everything, and I can't concentrate on my customers because I lose my train of thought because I can't find what I need. You can see the money sticking out there. That one's got 2 pockets, so you can keep change and notes separate. My purses as well. As women, we don't have enough pockets. We have to carry everything with us in our bag. But I'm not a kind of person who can just throw everything in my bag and hope one day I'll find it. I need it when I want it. And if my phone's ringing, if I need to speak to somebody, I need to speak to my children, I need my phone handy. So I need a special pocket for it so I know where it is. I need to be able to find my car keys. I need to be able to find my wallet. And in my wallet, I need to be able to find my credit cards. And I need to find all those things that we take for granted, that we shouldn't be okay with. Where is it? Each thing should have a place. So that's how I start. And then I work from there. I work through each section of the purse, the apron, whatever I'm making, how to structure it so that it's padded to protect the contents. It's designed so that you can't see the seams. I want the inside to look as good as the outside. I don't just want it. I want each part of it to excite you. I want you to walk around and say, I love what I bought. Not just because it looks gorgeous, because I love working with gorgeous fabrics, but because it works for you. That's my passion.
I really like your statement. You don't need to work hard to find what you need. And we are often distracted by where is my whatever,
Yes.
wallet, the clock, you name it. So organizing does have its benefits, even more so when it's done artistically and beautifully, of course.
I agree. I think our accessories should make us feel smart, not stupid. And we feel smart when we can find things. We feel smart when we're in control of all our clutter, in control of what we have. Then we can focus on the important things, the people in front of us, the work that we're doing, the world around us. We shouldn't have to lose eye contact, lose thought process to find what we need. It should just be there.
So Tracy, I do have a question for you. So many beautiful patterns. So how do you do it? Do you look at the fabric and you create a thing, or you look at the thing and then you find the fabric? How is the creative process there?
I always start with the design process. The fabric is the last thing that I choose. I'm a complete fabric addict. I will stick my hand up and say, I love choosing fabrics, but I don't want it to just look nice. I want you to love using it as much as you love looking at it. So the behind the scenes process is choosing the interfacing, is choosing the linings, choosing each part of the product that you're using so that it's lightweight, so that it's sturdy, so it protects what you have. And then I work on the design, how to showcase those gorgeous fabrics. The fabric is the last part, but it's a very important part because you have to love how it looks too.
So it's organized and it's gorgeous. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Fabulously functional.
Yeah, fabulously functional. I love that. And here is your marketing genius right there at work. So, folks, it's TracyLipman.com. And again, you're going to find the link to Tracy Lipman's workshop here in the description of this video. So, Tracy, actually, you are very dedicated to women entrepreneurs. You really are an advocate of the cause. So, how do you see the SBI and how did you get involved?
I moderate a Facebook group called IWIN, which is Israeli Women Entrepreneurial Network. We have close to 4,000 members, mostly English-speaking businesswomen. And as a collective, as the war came, we just went, oi, what are we going to do? And Aliza reached out and said, we need to do something. The website is hers. I can't take credit for the website. She did reach out at some point and bounced ideas off of me, but all the work is hers. I cannot take any credit for it. I have to give all the glory to her because she didn't just take the idea, she ran with it. We can all have great ideas, but to put that idea into action and to do that for other people was an amazing thing for our group, amazing thing for the business owners in the Facebook group and the people who beyond the group that she's helped on her platform. I think it's amazing. Our market is very niche right now. We can't market to Israel. And whatever we sell, whatever we do, as soon as somebody sees Israel, it's political. You're either going to support us or you're not. And our market is niche. And she's given us a place. The people who are supporting Israel and supporting these businesses, you're literally keeping us going. You're making us feel less alone. And as a small business, a very big part of what we do, our identity is our business. It's our heart and soul. We're the ones keeping it going. We're the one keeping it running. And without that, without a way to support our families, without a way to put up, you've heard from all of us the passion, without a way to put that passion into action, it was very, very hard. So I'm very thankful to Aliza for giving us a platform to reach that niche market that we need to reach, the people who want to support Israel, who want to support our businesses, who are there for us.
Well, and, putting food on the table shouldn't be a political statement, right? We are all, working, we all have bills to pay, we have our families to feed. That shouldn't be political at all, right? And you just said something, so you feel less alone. I hope you don't feel alone. I mean, you have a wonderful community of people around you. You have friends, just not in Israel, but all over the world, here in the United States. And I too have communities in Facebook, and a lot of people are shouting back, saying, we love you guys. You're not alone. But that's what we need to do, which is, real action. Gets to, go visit with Anne, go visit with Tracy, go talk to Aliza, go through the directory. A lot of people are out there and they're ready, willing, and able to work with you. So folks, that's really the call to action for the show today.
Thank you.
I do have a surprise for you, all of you today. The goal of the show is really to get people to know the SBI, the Small Business Israel Initiative, the directory and the people behind it. So I created a fun activity to help us just do that. Folks, on the next issue of IMCI Magazine, you find the SBI crossword puzzle. I know I'm dating myself. You got it right. One of America's favorite activities, crossword puzzles, with one created to help us get to know small business Israel. So let's take a look at that. So let's go to the puzzle. And there you have it. It is really a puzzle, and there are 20 things in there that you basically have to find. Look at that. Graphic design, web hosting, cybersecurity, accessories, artists, wine. So there's no shortage of interesting things here. There is certainly something for everyone. Okay, and this is how you play the game. We'll go across and then we go down. You pick a description and you need to guess the word. So worry not. In case you get lost, all of the answers are at the SBI directory. So if you cannot immediately locate the answer, just put the word descriptions on the directory search box and voila, the word will appear. There is no mystery. So, Aliza, I need some help here. Well, let's see. How about we go across? Number 4, the best digital market consultant. Maybe you guess it right. It's one of our guests today, right? So give me a letter here. Help me out, Aliza.
That's going to be Anne Fleur.
Okay.
So
That's going to be Anne Fleur and Matara.
Let's see if that is right. M-A-T-A-R-A. And you guessed it right. So you got a check mark. That is the best digital market consultant. And she is here with us today.
it's the first time of my life that I'm in a puzzle. I'm extremely happy and proud.
Wow, you are now history. Now you're part of crossword puzzles, and crossword puzzles are really a wonderful pastime. Hey, we have another one. How about we go across number 11? Clever accessories for smart women. Aliza, help me here. Number 11. Who is that?
It's going to be my favorite designer, Tracy. I do have a small collection of Tracy's bags. I have
you do?
worn
Oh.
on Tracy's bags for the past 3 years since I discovered her.
Thank you.
You know what? You should have brought them here. So we got it right. Yes, it is Tracy. So folks, when we go through the exercise again, there are 20 different items here. We're just gonna meet 20 different people. And again, if you run, I mean, they're not that difficult. So, if they're wineries, so Simon Hifkat-Bam's winery is here. So you can probably guess what the word is. But if you get lost, let's go back to the directory. And if you put in the search box, Sam and Hifkat-Bam's winery, the answer will appear. So it's not a mystery, and it looks like you guys got the gist of it, right? Well, Aliza, you brought 2 friends today, and I also brought some friends along with me today for you to meet. So I want to take a moment to introduce one of my friends. Welcome, Deb Dietz. She is the CEO of SMB Digital Education, chair of the series of VC conferences. VC Asia Pacific is next, and she's the star of Ask Deb About Business. Her show airs via Features Television Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific. So, Deb, how wonderful to see you.
Great to be here, Ron. Thank you so much for the invitation. And I am delighted and honored to be here with Small Business Israel, and really looking forward to working together and find ways to generate awareness and drive traffic to these business owners and do our part. So thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
Well, when in doubt, ask Deb. So we have our friends from Small Business Israel today. So what are some of the concrete actions we can take today to help promote this effort?
You know what? I think there's a lot that we can do, Ram. I think that we can start by leveraging many of our communication channels and strategies. We have, through the work that we do together, we have access to the media. We have significant digital marketing campaigns that are always underway. So that's something, when I was listening to Anne speak about digital marketing, we have a lot in common there, and have a lot of opportunities to leverage and share the message about Small Business Israel in all of our efforts. And that could include our email campaigns. We have thousands and thousands of people on our email lists. And we have nurtured and built our list for over many years. And those people on our list are very responsive. So, that's a beautiful thing. And now we get to share this message about supporting Israel, supporting small businesses in Israel, to those people who are friends of SMB and friends of Futures Television. So I'm very happy to be able to carry that message forward. We also have significant social media strategies underway. We have tens of thousands of people in our Facebook communities as a result of our global conferences. We'll talk about our conferences in a little bit, but there's a way of leveraging those campaigns, those brand awareness campaigns, those people that come to our conferences, and our conferences are all about serving entrepreneurs and providing education and training to those entrepreneurs and access to service providers. So the service providers that are represented on the Small Business Israel directory, these are folks that we are in our community that would find a great deal of value from that directory and be able to connect with those small business owners. So I'm very happy to implement some of those strategies. And of course, make sure that we're leveraging, the Small Business Israel, the SBI hashtags on all of our efforts.
Oh, yes. So let's talk a little bit about that. So folks, that is hashtag SBI. So when you're posting, make sure that you're posting, www.smallbusinessisrael.com. And make sure when you are posting, you are adding hashtag SBI to your post. So our friends, on Reddit, X, all the social media platforms, here we go. So Deb, it really does not stop here, right?
It doesn't. So this is, we are... Again, the show, the Ask Deb About Business show, it's a show for small business owners. We really are focusing on what's going on in the world when it relates to small business, business owners, business professionals, business leadership in the small business world. And we focus on emerging trends that are going on, and we invite subject matter experts on our show. And we talk about those topics, we talk about those trends, we talk about the challenges and opportunities. And the thing that I really love about our show is that, we talk about these opportunities and challenges, but then our experts who are our guests on the show really convey meaningful, pragmatic information that a small business owner can make actionable. So it's not just talking about a topic, it's about providing real life practical information, guidance, key takeaways from our show. So if you're watching the show in the morning, you could literally implement a strategy, that key takeaway that afternoon. So it's all about practical advice, practical guidance, tapping into the expertise of the guests on the show. And I would love to invite all three of you ladies to come and be a guest on our show. Talk specifically about, showcase your business. We're also there to generate brand awareness about your shows. I would love to have you.
Thank you.
Well, no, that's wonderful, Deb. So what else do you have in mind?
Well, I think there's a significant opportunity here because, when we're talking about our global conferences for entrepreneurs. So we have in last year, we had two global conferences. We had one that focused in the Latin America region, and then we had our European conference this past October. And our conferences are all about, supporting primarily women and minority entrepreneurs. And so kind of the foundation of our conferences is all about diversity and inclusion. And we want these experts, these entrepreneurs to come in and share their messages, share their stories, their personal and professional stories. And so and we have, many different speakers on many different topics that are related to business, health, and wellness. We also have roundtable discussions where we're talking about specific topics and challenges. And I think that there might be a real opportunity here, Ram, to invite Anne, Tracy, and Aliza into a roundtable discussion to talk about the challenges and opportunities that are presenting themselves in Israel with small businesses, trying to do business in an area of conflict. And what I've already heard this morning is how these three women have navigated through some of that conflict and found a new way, found a way through. And those are the stories that are incredibly meaningful to our audience. They want to hear how people overcame adversity, how these women were able to pivot, under, in some cases, dire circumstances, right? And so we would love to invite you all to come and be part of a roundtable discussion at our upcoming conference, which is VC Asia Pacific Conference, which is at the end of March. And then our conference after that is the Middle East and Africa. And we'd love to have you part of our conference community and come and speak to our attendees and share your stories. Would be very meaningful.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you, Deb.
You bet.
We do have comments. So good friend, Michael, how does the opinion feel that the initial shock of the war has been internalized and people are tapping into their hidden strengths and finding new opportunities? How do you feel about that?
I think when you have no plan B, you have to go with plan A. And plan A is our business. We don't have a choice. We have to go through. The old rhyme, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you have to go through it. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going on an income hunt. We're going on a fight for survival of our businesses, of our country, of our people. And we have to go through it. And when there's no other way to go, you find a way to do that. And that's who we are. And thank you to the people who are helping us do that, because we can say we're business owners. I openly say I design fabulously functional purses, but I can only sell fabulously functional purses if people buy them. So thank you to the supporters. Thank you for the people who are keeping us going, because without you, we're just a tagline on LinkedIn. We can say we're doing something, but we can actually do it because of the support that we have. And thank you, Rom and Deb, and thank you for anyone who is supporting us right now. Thank you for keeping us going, giving us the strength to keep going.
Yeah, so there is this famous exchange between then Prime Minister Golda Meir and then Senator Biden. And Golda Meir said, we have a secret weapon. Of course, Israel was under assault back then. And Biden said, what's the secret weapon? And she said, we have nowhere else to go. So that's our secret weapon. And Deb, you're as wonderful as ever, a person with a big heart and a passion to support women entrepreneurs here, there, and everywhere. So let me make sure I got it right. So let's go. So this is always our call to action, and in this case, Deb, it's when in doubt, if you have a question, ask Deb about business. So Deb shared some wonderful strategies here for us to think about, right? So number one, let's share the directory with a couple of friends. Deb has some very large Facebook communities. She already told me She's sharing with the community to send a personalized message to your friends. Let's help drive the hashtag SBI. So again, hashtag SBI on your posts when you say www.smallbusinessisrael.com, hashtag SBI. And then that's the inclusion node. So can we work together to create opportunities to share the Small Business Israel, the SBI initiative, its story, and what it stands for? Deb, I hope I got it right.
You did, and I again, it's an honor to be able to leverage all of our marketing and media channels, and certainly the conferences. And these are global conferences, so there are we have thousands of attendees and people paying attention and participating, and we are honored to share the message of Israel and Small Business Israel. So thank you for giving us an opportunity to do that and be supportive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, seems like a good list, but folks, if you have any ideas and would have suggestions on how to promote SBI and how to spread this message, feel free to share. Aliza, so with us today, we also have Iris Goldfeather. Again, you brought two friends. I brought two friends, right? That's what Deb said. Make sure you bring your friends. And she too has the television show on Apple TV and on Roku TV. And well, actually, she has two shows. The Cookbook, Recipes for Marketing and Business Success, which she has Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific. And her other show, Unique Voices, runs Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. So she's also inviting you guys. She would love to meet you. Would love to have you appear. And I think Anne, would be a great. You have a lot in common. And Tracy, your support and your passion for women entrepreneurs, and you, Aliza, with your strong message. That will be beautiful in Iris's television shows as well.
It's amazing.
So it's time for our final thoughts, and I will start with you, Aliza. Your thoughts.
Well, first of all, I would really like to thank you, Rom, for giving us both the opportunity and for supporting the initiative and giving us a voice, giving us a platform to explain the struggle, but also the will that all small business owners here in Israel have, which is just to keep on going and get business. It's very important for us to have people who want to support us know that we are open for business and we are ready to deliver.
How wonderful. Thank you so much. I mean, what a beautiful effort. So when Michael Horesh introduced us, I said, oh, wow. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I have to say hi to Aliza. We have to connect. And Michael was the one saying, you have to talk to Aliza. Okay, that's more like an order. But he's a wonderful person, and I'm very thankful to him as well. So Tracy, how about you, your final thoughts for the show today?
Again, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, first of all, to Aliza for putting this website together. Thank you, Rom and Deb, and anyone out there who's sharing, who's supporting us, and who's giving business to small businesses. Because, as I said, if you support us, we keep the economy going. We can buy things. We can provide for our family. We can provide for the people who need us. And we can be there for each other. Because it's been, unfortunately, kind of a collective depression going on in this country of what has happened and how to move forward. So we can all have the ideas we want to move forward. We can have the website. We can have all these initiatives, but without people sharing it and without people supporting the small businesses, supporting us, it's all meaningless. So thank you to everyone here for doing that for us, for giving us business, keeping us in business, keeping us going.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful work. And I hear there are fans out there, and Aliza told me that she has a couple of your items, so must be popular. And how about you and your final thoughts?
Yes, I also want to thank Aliza so much to wake up one day and to create this directory, because it's a lot, and to thank you too for spreading the word. And Tracy said it well, we don't have choice, so we must go on. It's there's no plan B. So we have to, and what's amazing, it's thanks to you or thanks to Aliza, we get the energy to move on. Because today it's not easy every day to have the energy for work and for business, but thanks to this community and thanks to you, with some sympathy, we get the right and the great energy to move on and to create new business for Israel. Thank you very much too.
And Deb, of course, thank you so much. A person with a big heart and always a strong advocate for women entrepreneurs everywhere. Your final thoughts.
You know, I'm like I said, honored to be here today with these women. And small businesses play a vital role in local economies, and and we need to all support each other and find ways to lift each other up. And there's that comment about it takes a village, and I truly believe that. I think that all of us working together, and looking out for each other, looking for opportunities for each other to lift us all up and help us move through hard times. And I think the women of Israel, the small business owners in Israel, are facing very challenging times. And I think it is our collective responsibility, the entrepreneurs all over the world, those that we engage with and influence, to pay attention, to find ways to support, find ways to collaborate. And so I would encourage everyone who's watching today to have that mindset about how we can lift up small business Israel, how we can be helpful to them and help them be able to have their businesses survive and thrive, and also for them to be able to care for their families. And that I personally am carrying that message forward in my efforts, and will encourage those in our community to do as well. So thank you again, Ron, for including me in today's discussion.
It's always wonderful to have you. And folks, I invited Aliza and Tracy today, not for their benefit, but rather for ours. Today, we welcomed friends from Israel, and our friends are facing challenging times. We're faced with two options. One is we can clearly ignore the situation, or, so just not in my backyard, or what do I have to do with this? Or the alternative is we do the American thing. When our friends are faced with a challenge, it is the perfect opportunity for us to stand by them. So stand an open hand and greet them, share their message, bring them along. And as we show the meaning of American hospitality, we have the opportunity to remind ourselves who we are and what we stand for. And we send a message: America stands with our friends. Okay, it seems we had a wonderful conversation today, and thank you so much for your time. Folks, we're really just scratching the surface here. We can certainly continue this conversation, but I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. I'm working with Aliza and the SBI team to make sure we continue to open the space for them. So Aliza, I'm hoping to see you back soon. Okay, so let's start
too,
to sending. Thank you so much, Aliza. Oh, wonderful. So again, today is a special. So we say Toda Rabba to our friends. We also say a Kreuzen Dank to our Yiddish-speaking friends, and Merci Mucho to celebrate our Ladino friends. Again, a very special thank you to two special friends, Arthur Weiss, who introduced me to Michael Horesh. Michael is a common friend to Aliza. It was through Michael I met Aliza. Michael does a beautiful job, and he did a few seminars on how to do business in time of war. And he is an inspiration to all of us. By the way, feel free to continue to submit your comments and questions on our YouTube page. I will make sure to read and present Aliza, Ann, and Tracy any other questions you might have. If you're listening to us via podcast or watching the show as a recording via Futures Television, you too can be part of the conversation. Again, just visit our YouTube channel and leave a comment. Please don't forget to share and like this video, and please do subscribe to our channel. I am counting on you. Again, thank you so very much for your presence and participation in the show today. Again, folks, thank you so much. Love you guys. All the best. And we hope to see SBI, Small Business Israel, prosper. And Aliza, you are indeed the superwoman. We have to call Hollywood and say we have a new star for the cast. Again, thank you, folks. And I will leave you with our institutional message.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Ram.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.